Hey guys, welcome to another scuffed ass review on my channel. Today we're going to be talking about the Skypad 3.0, which is it's a rectangle specifically of the glass pad variety. Um, I'm going to be talking mostly about why I like this pad as much as I do, where it lands in my daily rotation or just whatever I'm using at the moment and the pads that I have currently, and who I think it might be for. Before I begin, I'd like to start out by saying this was not sent out for review. I paid for this with my own money. Um, that wouldn't change how I feel about the pad regardless. I'm always going to be unbiased in my reviews, whether it's sent out for free or I pay for it. But to start out, I'd like to talk about the speed. There's pretty much, it's all speed. It's all it is. Um, it really depends on the skates you use. Like here, I'm using Tiger Ice dots. I have about this many, however many that is. Go ahead and pause it and count it. But it's all speed. There's very little friction. You can see here with the scientific spin test. Oh, wowzers. But it really depends on the skates you use. Like core pad, larger style. It's pretty similar speed to the dots, but the dots pick up less feedback on the pad and it just feels a little higher quality. Now, you can get a more controlled glide with slower style skates. Like I have the stock X2 skates here. And you can see compared to the dots, there's a lot more stopping power. It doesn't go nearly as far. There's not as much spin to it. There's a little bit more friction and you can really get what you want out of the pad with the stylus skates you use. The next thing I'd like to talk about is the speed compared to the other pads I have. It's the only pad I can really compare it to is the NPTech Speed M pad that I reviewed before this. And I'd say they're pretty similar speed, but I prefer the Skypad over the NPTech Speed pad because in that video I described it having like a little stuttery motion on the dynamic friction. And this is a lot smoother and a little bit more buttery when it comes to the like micro adjustments and the adjusting your aim, over flicking and under flicking. It just kind of feels more natural on this pad than the NPTech Speed pad. Both great, but this one edges out a little bit better for me for my gameplay and my style. And the sizing of the Skypad is 400 by 500. 500 horizontal, 400 vertical. Horizontally, I love the real estate. I love how much room I have. I really never run out of room horizontally. I do sometimes, not often, but I do run out of room vertically when I'm tracking. It doesn't happen, like I said, all the time, but it does happen. I would prefer if it was like 450 by 500 or even 500 by 500, but that's where the price would get out of hand. Speaking of price, right now, you can find this on Amazon for I think it's $103, which is an insane deal. I paid $160 for mine, and I still loved it even after paying that much. And now you can get it for even less. The quality you get for $103 is nuts. It's pretty thin. The durability is always going to be great because it's glass. Unless you're schizo and you use glass skates on this pad, which I don't recommend. But yeah, the like I said, the edges are real smooth. They're round. They don't hurt your arm at all. The base, it doesn't go anywhere because the motherfucker's so heavy. You don't really have to worry about this moving on your desk while you're using it. I'd say the only thing I don't like about the Skypad is a sleeve is 100% necessary in my case because I get really warm when I play. You can get like an athletic sleeve or a gamer sleeve, but I usually just wear like long sleeve shirts or a hoodie while I play with it. If I don't, I'm just like stuck in the middle of the pad and my arm can't go anywhere. Now, who I think this pad would be for personally is anybody looking for speed and anybody that has good mouse control and who wants to invest in their aim. Now, this isn't going to make your aim better, but I think glass pads in general have a high skill ceiling. So if you're serious about your aim and you want low friction and an effortless glide, the Skypad in general, the Skypad is great, but glass pads in general will be great for you too. Um, I'd put this number 2 on my top 3, below the Energon and above the Venus. Uh, I'm more consistent on this than the NBTX Speed Pad, but I prefer the Energon overall for comfort, consistency, the glide. I don't know if that pad is just like crack for me. Now, personally, whether I think you should buy it or not, it depends on who you are and what you're looking for. Like I said before, if you want all speed and you have great mouse control and you're serious about your aim, I'd say this probably be great for you. But if you don't have the greatest mouse control and you want some control, like you're playing TAC FPS, like Valorant, CS2, stuff like that, I don't know if the Skypad would be great for you. But if you're like playing Apex or COD or something like that, something very fast paced, I would say you could pretty much enjoy the Skypad. I love it myself. It is my number 1 pick outside of the Energon for fast paced games. And the quality, it feels great. I'm pretty consistent on it. But yeah, the next video should be the Aimer Pack from Spire. I got that a couple days ago. Look for that coming up.